Hello, Boris. How are you? Can you hear me?
Do you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? How was your day today?
I'm fine. Day, usually day, as usual.
As usual. How's the weather?
Weather is not great for me.
I see. Said, hello, how are you? Nice to see you today.
Hi,
How are you? How was your day today?
thank you. I'm fine. It was very tiring day.
Okay. How is your Sunday evening?
Sunday evening.
Evening?
It's evening now, and it's and every evening I'm sitting as in the internet and spending my time here.
I see. Okay, so today we are going to talk about culture. Do you think that it is an interesting topic, Said?
What topic it is?
Culture. Culture matters. Culture difficulties.
Uh-huh.
Everything that is connected with culture. So,
Yes.
what do you usually associate culture with?
With culture, I associate mentality, traditions, and traditions which we got from our parents, from our grandparents.
Grandparents.
Yes, and we have to save this culture for our next generation, and it's very important thing in our life.
Yes, I agree with you completely. Absolutely. Boris, do you agree with Said?
Yes, I agree with him. For me, culture is for the first, it's behavior of humans in the streets.
Yes.
For me, this culture is the first, and after that, it's some traditions and some history, maybe.
Yes, thank you. What about communication? Do you think that culture influences how people communicate or not?
Yes, it's very influenced. Can I say that?
Yes, it influences a lot,
Yeah, yes, thank you.
or it has a great influence on the communicative behavior. So both variants are possible to say. Well, and we've got one more student. Hello, how are you, Ulvi? Do you hear us? Ulvi? No answer. I guess Ulvi is going.
He wrote he
Turn on your mic. Turn on your mic, please. Yes, and you don't have a mic, so you're going to listen only. I'm sorry, and try to get your mic as soon as possible, okay? The other way you'll try to participate in our discussion. We want you to participate in our debates, in our discussion, so get a mic as soon as possible. Good. And now I'd like you to share the handout. This is culture difficulties. Press on the link in the chat box and open the handout, please. Boris, can you open it? Said, have you opened
Yes,
the file? Yes?
I have opened it.
Okay, good. And here we've got the text. Said, you're welcome to start reading.
I'm starting reading.
Yes?
Okay. I'm really everybody's listening, yeah?
Yes?
Yes.
I'm really interested in the culture of other countries. I don't know why, but I always think other cultures are more interesting than my own culture. Every time I travel, I learn wonderful, strange, amazing, and interesting things about other cultures. One of the interesting things about one of the biggest surprises I had was when I went to the USA as a child. I'm English, so I thought Americans had the same culture as me. But when I went to America, I understood Americans and Brits are very
Brits.
different people.
Mhm.
Understanding the culture of other people is very important. It helps us all to get along. If everyone really tried to learn about other cultures, the world would be a more peaceful place. The world is becoming smaller, so I think this is happening.
Yes, thank you. Boris, what do you think the phrase "the world is becoming smaller" means?
I don't understand that. How it can become smaller.
Mm-hmm. Said, can you explain this phrase?
Um,
The world is
Maybe
becoming smaller. How do you understand
maybe
it? Yes.
uh, in the nowadays people travel to other countries and see, for example, other continents, and they almost see the world, and they feel that the world is small for them. Maybe in this way.
Yes, I agree with you completely. So one of the scientists once said that our Earth is becoming a global village. Do you agree with such a saying or not, Said?
Our world is becoming village.
A village, a global village.
Yes, I think that's right statement.
Mm-hmm. Boris, do you agree with Said?
No, because in Ukraine, for example, from west to east, it's different cultures, and maybe globalization is uh, bad for us because the cultural differences it's very interesting and important, and this is a nation mm, the main in nation maybe.
Mhm. Yes, you see, so globalization has both pros and cons, advantages and disadvantages. One of the advantages of globalization is that it enables people to communicate all over the world. And one of the disadvantages of this process is that people become more isolated and forget about their culture, their roots, and their customs. So, do you agree with me?
Yes, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, thank you. And here we have got the next exercise. We have read this short passage, and after that, there is an exercise gap fill. You have to remember the words from the text and try to fill in the gaps. Boris, you're welcome. Have you
I'm
found it?
Yes, I'm really interested in culture of other countries. I don't know why, but I always think other cultures are more interesting than my culture. Every time I travel, I learn wonderful, strange, amazing, and interesting things about maybe other countries.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Other
one
cultures.
one of the biggest surprises I had was when I went to the USA as a child.
As a child.
As a
As,
child,
mhm.
I'm English. Um, I'm English. So I thought that Americans have the same
It.
culture as me.
Mhm.
I went to America and I understood Americans um, mm, very different people. Americans and Brits are very different people.
Yes.
Uh, Understanding the culture of other countries is very important. It helps us to us all helps us
To get
all
along.
to get
To
what?
get along. Yes.
If everyone really tried to understand another cultures, the world will be more peaceful place. The world is become smaller, so I
Think.
think it's happening.
Yes. Thank you, Gabriel. And after that, correct the spelling. Here are the words with the spelling mistakes. I'd like you to correct the mistakes. Well, Alexander, how are you? I've got a new student today. How are you, Alexander? Do you hear us?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Okay, how was your day today?
Day was nice.
Good, thank you. We've got the topic culture and cultural difficulties. Please open the handout that is in the chat box.
Yes, I opened.
And now we are doing the exercise gap fill. Correct the mistake. Correct the spelling after the gap fill exercise. Correct the spelling. Have you found it?
I can't find exercise. Correct.
Yes, the text,
Yes,
then gap
yes,
fill,
yes,
then correct the spelling. Okay, so you're welcome. Start, please.
Sorry, one moment.
Yes.
Yes, I'm really
No, it's the word that
has to be corrected.
yes.
Okay.
So the letters are jumbled, and in the other order, you have to put them in the correct order to get the word that is used in the text. I'm really in the culture of other countries. I'm really, what could be used here?
It's difficult.
Yes.
Maybe I don't know this word.
You
Interested.
do. Yes. Interested. Yeah.
Interested.
Interested. Okay. Thank you. Say the next sentence. You're welcome.
I don't know why, but I always think other cultures are more interesting than my own culture. Every time I travel, I learn.
Can you prompt? Boris, can you prompt?
Yeah, yes, I learned wonderful, strange, and amazing.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Said, go on, please.
One of the biggest maybe surprise.
Yes, you're right. One of the biggest surprises I had
was when I went to the USA as a child. I'm English, so I thought Americans had the same culture as me. When I went to America,
Boris, can you prompt?
Understand.
Understood. Understood. Yes.
I
understood Americans and Brits.
Americans and Brits are very different people. Understanding the culture of other people is very I don't know.
Well, understanding the culture of other people is very. Said, can you help? Said, can you help? Can you?
I can follow. Wait, search page, yes?
Yes. Understanding the culture of other people is very.
Will we help us in the chat?
Very.
Understanding the culture of other people is very
important.
Important. Yes, you've guessed the word. You're
helps
right. Go on,
it
please.
helps us all to get along. If everyone
Who can
no,
help? If everyone really
really
hmm
really
tried.
tried to learn about other cultures, the world would be a more peaceful place. The world is becoming
Not so big.
not so big.
How can we
Then
say in another words? The world
the
is becoming.
smaller.
Yes, you're right.
So I think this is happening.
Happening. Thank you. Unjumble the words. Here is one more exercise. This is for you, Said. You're welcome. Do you hear us?
Yes, I hear you. I'm really interested in the other culture, in the culture of other countries.
Yes.
I don't know why, but I always think other cultures are interesting,
More interesting.
than my own culture.
Yes.
Every time I travel, I learn wonderful, strange, amazing, and interesting things about other cultures. One of the biggest surprise I, one of the biggest surprises
Surprises.
I had, I
Had.
had was I had went
Yes.
to USA when I was as a child.
Was when I went to the USA as a child. Okay.
I'm English, so I thought Americans had the same culture as me. When I went to America, I understood Americans and Brits are very different people. Understanding other culture is very
Important.
understanding the other
The culture.
culture of people is
The
very
culture of
important.
other people.
It's
Understanding the
very,
culture of other people is very important.
it helps us all to get along.
Yes.
If everyone really tried to learn about other cultures, the world will be a more peaceful place.
Yes.
The world is becoming smaller, so I think this is happening.
Good of you. Absolutely. Thank you. Nice. And here we've got the discussion questions. Can you find it? Boris, the first question is for you. Try to read it.
What are some things that define a culture? For example, music, language.
What else can define the
What is
culture?
define?
Define, describe, determine.
How can I describe the culture?
Yes. By what nouns, by what adjectives?
As I said earlier, for me, the culture is the behavior of people on the streets, first of all. And after that, I can say about some folk music, maybe
Folk,
some
folk music.
folk music, yes. About some maybe national dances, maybe some song, some произведения, я не знаю, как на английском.
Creations.
Creations of some writers. That's all.
That's all. Okay. What can you add? Say it. Do you agree with Boris?
Say disconnected.
Alexander, do you agree with Boris that behavior in the street is also the description of culture?
I agree with Boris, and I can add a style of clothes.
Style of clothes. Yes. Next question is for you. What do you think is interesting about your culture,
Is
Alexander?
about culture in my country.
Yes.
Interesting. Maybe songs.
Songs, music, yes,
music.
behavior, clothes, national clothes, and something like that.
Friendship, and relationships.
And relationships.
Yes.
Question number 3, Boris.
Do you know much about your own culture? No, I don't know such many that I want to know about it. And after Soviet Union, it's when Soviet Union is abandoned, yes, or crashed.
Was crashed.
Was crashed. Я не скажу этого. В общем.
You will try to do it.
When the Soviet Union was, the culture on its territory was blended. Yes.
Blended. Yes.
Blended, and after it ruined, the generation of humans who lived in Soviet Union stay with similar culture, something like that.
Yes, I agree with you completely. So before we had one common culture that was called the Soviet Union, and after that, after the collapse of Soviet Union, the nations that participated in the USSR remembered their roots and their ancestors, the way they were living before that, and tried to resurrect after such a long sleep, in this case. Do you agree with me, Alexander?
Yes, I agree.
Thank you. Next question. When people from other cultures think about your cultures, what do they usually think of? Alexander, this is for you.
When people from other countries think about my culture, what do they usually think of?
For example, when we are talking about Switzerland, we remember about cheese, about knives, about watches, and when we talk about France, we usually remember about perfumes and something like that. What about Russia? What comes to your mind when you are talking about Russia?
Russia? Maybe Russian like drink a lot. What else?
Yes.
I heard from one man that Russian drivers is crazy. Crazy.
Crazy.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes. We've got one more student. Hello. How are you? Can you hear us?
Yes, you can.
Yes. Where are you from?
My name is Dmitry. I am from Kiev.
Pardon?
My name is
Your name
Dmitry.
is Andrei, yes? Dmitry?
Dmitro.
Okay, Dmitry. Dmitro. You are from Kiev?
Yes.
Okay, nice to see you. Well, today we are talking about culture. We are talking about traditions and culture.
Okay.
What do you think about Ukrainian culture?
Ukrainian culture, I think it's a ancient culture, yes, I think, because we have traditions, we have we had maybe traditions, and we have history, native heroes.
Mhm.
And I think it have to be studied. Maybe.
Yes, it has to be studied. Yes, I agree with you
It has
completely.
to be studied.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Here is the handout, and I'd like you to share it. Dmitry, this is for you. Press on the link and open the document. We are discussing the questions that are in the end. Discussion questions. After the text, there are discussion questions. Can you find them?
I show it. Oh, sorry. I saw it 1 second ago, but now I can saw it. I can see it.
I can see it. Okay, good of you. Yes, thank you very much. And let's proceed with our discussion. Well, the next question. In your culture, is it polite to be straightforward and direct when you talk to someone? Boris, do you understand the question?
Polite is what is this?
Polite. This is the common way of communicating. This is good way of communicating.
Вежливый.
Yes, you're right.
And straightforward. Это
Straightforward.
прямолинейный, да?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, it's difficult to say for me, but I think that in our country is people's not so straightforward when they communicate, and they like to talk about someone when he go out, maybe. Goes out, yes. Not so straightforward as I want.
I see. Well, Dmitry, do you agree with Boris?
Yes, I do.
So,
if I speak sincerely, I lost half speech. I try to focus on my sound. Yes.
There was one.
Can you repeat the questions? I answer you.
Yes. Okay. When people from other countries think. This is already answered. In your culture, is it polite to be straightforward and direct when you talk to someone?
Talk to someone?
Direct. So it means to say what you think, to be direct. So, in Ukraine, do we usually say what we think directly? Or do we find some ways to be more polite?
In our country, you mean?
Yes,
no?
In Ukraine.
In Ukraine. We have a lot of people, native people in Ukraine. We have many various culture traditions. I agree with the previous speaker that
Boris,
that most of people can speak directly, maybe honestly, in a wrong way, because sometimes we need to be more polite, more patient, maybe.
More gentle.
More gentle, yeah.
Yes, I agree with you. So in Great Britain, there was such a situation that a person from Poland came to become a waitress in a London restaurant. Once visitors from Great Britain came to that restaurant, and the waitress had to ask them to wait a little bit. And she came up closer and told them, please wait. But she didn't say the word please. She just said wait. And this was really a very big offense for the people who came to visit this restaurant, because in Great Britain, people usually say, could you please wait a minute? And something like that. So people are trying to be more polite in Great Britain and not so direct as we've used to do. So this is the example of cross-cultural communication and how we can differ in cultural behavior from each other. Well, the next question. What has surprised you when you've met people from other countries? What people from other countries have you met, Boris?
I can't say about on this question nothing, because I don't met the people from another countries, and I don't know.
Meet or I didn't met?
I don't met.
Or I didn't meet. Okay. So, Alexander, have you ever met with the foreigner or the representative from another country?
Yes, I have met some people from other countries. But
Where were they from?
From Argentina, from Germany, from the USA, and I didn't notice anything surprising. They are looking like usual people.
2 hands, 2 legs, 1 head, and nothing more special. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. Said, what about you? Can you hear us? Do you follow our discussion? I guess Said is only listening, or there are some problems with internet, so let's proceed with our discussion. The next question. Have you looked at the internet pages?
I hear you.
Said, do you hear us? Do you hear us? Said? It seems no answer. Okay. Well, have you looked at the internet pages from a different culture? If so, how were they different from those of your own culture? So, in internet, do the pages of different people from different countries differ or not? Dmitry, the question is for you.
I think I know that internet pages created in a foreign country, maybe not pages, maybe sites, are more interest, much more better. I would say much more better, because I think because internet technology started are more advanced. Yes, you're right. Are more advanced than in Ukraine.
Yes. So Boris, I know that you are keen on internet and you know all about the modern technologies. What can you say about British internet pages and Ukrainian or Russian ones? Do they differ? And why?
For me, they are similar because they all created by people who had some instructions to how to create that for improve maybe some sales, or maybe to improve to understanding of information about something on this page. And that's why all of these pages are more similar, and they don't отражают, не знаю как.
Reflect.
Don't reflect cultural differences.
It concerned about corporate pages
Mostly.
not mostly, yes.
If we say about some social networks, it's they are similar too, because you can see only the person who shot himself in a mirror or something like that.
I see. Okay. How do young people in your country behave differently from older people? So, this is question for Boris.
Can you repeat, please?
Yes. How do young people in your culture behave differently from older people?
From older people, older people is they was born in.
Were born.
Older people was born in. Were born in Soviet Union, and some cultural differences with the younger generation. I can't say that.
It's okay. You're speaking correctly, and I understand your mind. So, older generation was born in the Soviet Union, and they have got their special thoughts connected with that culture. And nowadays, it is really very difficult for them to get used to another traditions and to another culture that is getting formed nowadays. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Dmitry, do you agree with Boris?
Yes, I do. It's obviously.
It's obvious.
Obviously.
Thank you. Obvious. It's obvious. Are there many people of different cultures in Ukraine or Russia? Are you friends with any? Dmitry?
Question from me?
Do you have any foreigners as your friends?
Yes, I have. I have a friend in Russia. I have a friend in Canada. Both are Russian speakers, and I know they are good guys. It's simple to me has a conversation with them, and I have no problem with speaking conversation
and communicating with them.
Communicating, yes.
Good of you. Do you think that language barrier is a very important barrier or not? It is not so important to know the language while communicating with foreigners. This is for you, Dmitry.
I had experience communicate with
communication
with foreigners with France, German, USA citizens. I have no problem. I had no problem with conversation. Yes.
Okay.
They are very cheer up people.
Cheerful.
Very cheerful. Sorry, cheerful people. Very simple. Very simple to speak
with.
To talk
with.
Yeah.
Thank you for your answer. Boris, the question to you. Who in your culture do you admire most of all?
Who in your culture admire most? What does it mean?
Admire means respect or love. Or both, respect and love.
In my culture? I don't know, because for my opinion in our culture is don't respect anybody, but people used some signs maybe, like for example, like Taras Shevchenko or something like that, but they don't respect anybody
else.
Yes.
Anybody else. What about you, Dmitry? Who are you proud of in Ukrainian culture?
Well, I can say I love Ukrainian author of literatures, famous heroes. Maybe I like modern
writers.
What?
Writers.
Thanks. I like music. I like Ukrainian music team. Some kind of VV and Kian maybe maybe they are introduce Ukrainian culture, modern Ukrainian culture to the world.
They represent, yes, they represent Ukrainian culture to the world. Okay, thank you for your opinion. I agree with you. Why do you think culture is important, Boris? And do you agree with this saying or not? So culture is important or it is not?
Culture is important, but I can separate the culture of human behavior and the culture that like us some writers or some art or some music. I can separate it, and it's very important.
Connected, interconnected.
It's very connected, yes. And we say about some modern Ukrainian authors, yes.
Yes.
I don't know no one of them. I don't know some interesting
none of them. Yes.
Yes, I don't know some interesting group in Ukraine. They are all for making money, and they if they say sing in Ukrainian, it's not the culture. It's making money only. Maybe one of maybe one of such a group is Komuvnis, and the another it's for making money only, for my opinion.
Well, Dmitry, do you agree with Boris that all Ukrainian groups are made up only for making money?
Every one of us can have personal opinion. I think we live in a free country, and every one of us have personal taste, behavior, ways, and other things.
So you think that it is a right of every person to choose what he or she is going to listen and read, and
yes,
what activity to do?
You're right. I like to hear the music, listen in music. Someone's choose writers or painters. We do what we want to do.
Thank you. If you could choose and change one thing about your culture, what would it be, Boris?
Oh, I don't like some things in our culture. Is my home is с краю. Я не знаю. Моя хата с краю, как сказать.
Yes. Okay. I'm not the one to answer. Yes. Okay. Okay. I understand you. Well, so you're going to change it.
Yes, I don't. I
You
don't
don't
like
like.
that.
Mm-hmm.
How,
Thank you.
how
Thank
can
you.
I
What
say
else?
English? Моя хата с краю.
So it's a proverb, and we cannot translate it word to word into English.
Ah.
So the responsibility of a person
Mhm.
is important here. So you'd like people to be more responsible. Am I right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They
And
all responsible, but only on words. And after these words, they do nothing and waiting something to fallen from sky, and they will be very
about it.
happy. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So you changes. What else would you like to change?
In my culture,
Yes,
in my personal culture, or my country culture.
both. In Ukrainian
Personal.
culture and in general.
I would like to have deep history of my country. I would like to have it, to know it, and discuss it, improve it, maybe something else. It's the most thing I want to have. Maybe I want to. I would like to have join us in Ukraine for the future history. Join us harder, much more harder than we have now.
You mean to be more united?
More
as
united.
The,
Thank
as
you.
the
Thank
nation.
you. Yes, yes.
It could
Because
be much
now
better
it's
for Ukrainians.
very separate. Very separate.
So now we've got different minds and different opinions, and you'd like all of them, all of us, to be more united, more connected, and more conscious. Yes. Thank you
And
for
more
your
patient.
answer. And more patient. It's important. Thank you. Would you ever consider marrying or dating someone from another culture, Dmitry? Do you think that it is a good idea to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or future husband and wife from another culture or not?
I haven't
Thought about it.
It's a very simple word. I forgot it. I have no. Well. I vote for meeting with foreigners, for friendship, and some like someone else maybe. It's a good thing because modern society, modern people changing and
It's changing.
what
Is changing.
is changing. Thank you.
Yes.
Is changing and life is so fast. We have so little time, minimum time.
So as far as I understand,
when we mixed about ourselves, maybe it's better to us.
It's better for us.
For us.
Thank you. Thank you. Boris, do you agree with
So simple to say. Sorry.
Yes, it's good of you. You are training, and it is your practice, and I see that you're getting better and better in your practice. And Boris, do you agree with Dmitry or not?
Yes, I agree with him.
Would you like to have a girlfriend from another culture, from, for example, China or from Argentina? Or it is a difficult question for you to answer?
I already have a girlfriend, and I love her, and it's enough.
Is she Russian?
No, she from my region, but her grandma were from was from West Ukraine, from Galuzia, village Galuzia. Вот.
I see. So you've got a Ukrainian girlfriend, I can see.
Yes,
That's
I'm
really great.
Ukrainian too.
Congratulations, my friend.
Your laughing is so so nice, Dmitry. Yes.
We
Thank
talk
you.
about foreigners. I thought.
And what about you, Dmitry? Would you like to have a wife from another country? Do you think it would be easy for you to get on with her?
I know. I have no such experience. I haven't
Haven't got.
Sorry. But they say it's a very difficult because if you want to create good couple, maybe strong couple,
Yes.
you have to choose girl like you, likes you maybe, in understanding, in
Relationship,
relationship, way of
style
life,
of life,
yes,
and
yeah.
everything.
As I know, who choose the girl from China and Germany was not succeed.
Very not successful. They didn't
Very not
succeed.
succeed.
Am I right? I see.
Yes. Yes, you did.
So intercultural marriages are really not so easy ones. Sometimes it is really very important to get on with each other well, and cultural differences do not help people to get together, just separate them. But when people get with each other well from different countries, it is only a plus for them, and it enriches their world, and it enriches their life and their experiences. Okay. The next question. Would you ever consider living permanently in a country other than your home country? Why or why not? Boris, would you like to immigrate or visit another country?
Yes, I want to maybe immigrate for country where warmer, a little warmer than in Ukraine, and a little more money paid.
I see. So where do you live? What is your city, native city? Boris?
I live in Dnipropetrovsk region.
Live in Dnipropetrovsk.
Live in Dnipropetrovsk region, yes.
Thank you. Good of you. Thank you. And what about you, Dmitry? Would you like to change the country you live in?
Yes, I would. If I will have a chance, if I will get a chance, I would like to take it because stay at the one place for a long time, it's no good way.
Not so good.
I mean, not so good for me.
So traveling and visiting in other countries is much better. What country would you like to choose to live in?
English language country, because certainly, and it have to be modern country, developed and cultural. I think maybe USA, maybe Canada, not Europe.
I see. Thank you. Another question. Would you ever consider living in another country, and what does it mean to be polite in your country, in your culture? The question for Boris.
I don't understand the question.
How is it possible to be polite? So what does it mean to be polite? To say correctly the words and the communication style. Вежливым.
Я понимаю. Да, я не понимаю весь вопрос.
Okay.
In Ukraine or?
Ukraine.
In Ukraine.
maybe Dmitry can answer on that questions, and I listen to him and understand something.
It's a huge question, huge, tremendous question, because we have trouble in Ukraine, troubles, so many troubles, and it can be to people be polite. Firstly, we have to stop separate us for regions, for birthplace, for language. Secondly, we have to love each other. Simple. Thirdly, we have to be proud of our native land. And this list I can enlarge.
Yes, I understand your point of view. So in these difficult times, it is really very difficult to be polite, and the very meaning of the politeness is changing because people are changing and their style of communication is changing, and their nature is changing. So nowadays we can say that people are just in the process of evolution, and their minds are also in the process of evolution from the former state to the more developed one. And this is a very difficult process for all of us. But still we have to live on and try to survive in this difficult situation and try to adopt these changes and become better for our future generations. Could be the way out of this situation. But it's really a very difficult question. So, would you ever consider living permanently in a country other than your home country? Why or why not? So we have already partially answered this question. So the question to you, Boris, would you like to visit another country and come back, or would you like to live there permanently?
No, if I travel to some country, I will come back to Ukraine. It's 100% that I come back.
Yes, thank you. If a group of people just came to your country from overseas, what advice would you give them? For example, a group of Americans, a group of Polish people, or French people. What would you advise them? Boris?
I don't know what advice I can
give.
I can give. I don't know.
Yes, it's a difficult philosophic question, so it is never possible to judge.
To have a lot of money.
What?
I adore your laughing. Your laughing is so nice. Yes, thank you for your participation. Good. Yes, it's a style of life. So, to sum up our today's class, I can say that we have discussed the problem of cultural relationships. We've refreshed some active vocabulary, but there are lots of words to be remembered still. And as I can see, there are so many problems in our country and abroad, so we cannot cover all of them, and we cannot supply the answers for all of them. We can just get acquainted a little bit with them and to train our language in the process of doing that. So now I thank you for your discussion and thank you for participation. I invite you to my future classes that are going to be next week. It was really very pleasant for me to communicate with you today, and I hope to see you next time. So maybe there are some questions to ask.
Thanks a lot.
No questions? Okay. See you next time. And bye for now. Bye.